It is Tuesday, June 30th, and on July 1st, in just a few hours, I am kicking off my Your First 1K challenge for all of July. And I want to make sure you know a couple of really important things about it. So I'm breaking into my content to tell you. Okay, the first thing I want to show you is this post that was just posted today, a little over 3 hours ago. So I posted this. It says $9,000 booked, $3,000 made in 24 hours with Authority X Pro. Authority X Pro is my online AI coach that I don't know, 2,000 people now have used in the past 3 months alone. And it's doing amazing things for people. And this is all going to make sense for the July thing in a second. Okay. So I saw this amazing comment this morning from Subira. Mind you, this was with a free 24-hour trial. Imagine what happens when you have it for longer. So I'll show you what she said. She said this morning, I used Authority X Pro for the 24-hour free trial that everybody gets. You can go to authorityxpro.com and get a 24-hour free trial. Okay. She said, I ended up creating an offer with it that sprouted two new clients at $4,500 each, with a $1,500 cash deposit collected from each client within 12 hours of each other. Proof of deposits attached below. It came together so easily. That's $9,000 from a $0 trial. Needless to say, I'm all in on the summer school offer. Now, what she meant is we have a summer school that's free that I'll link you to below in my Your First 5K account. And I have a July live cohort that costs $199 for the next 30 people. She says, if I can tell you anything, it's get on the platform, put your head down, create, and let people know what you're up to. Thanks, Arlan. And then she attaches the results here, the proof. And so I say, this was just with one free 24-hour trial. Imagine what happens when you have it for longer. And here's where everything connects, okay? Yesterday, I announced that you get July free Authority X Pro when you join my Your First 1K challenge for $199. So you get the challenge, that's a daily challenge that more than 140 people have joined in 4 days alone. And as of yesterday, I opened up a bonus because we reached 100 people and I opened up a bonus where you get Authority X Pro for free for all of July. If you already have Authority X Pro, you get a bonus month added to the end of your subscription. So I will put the links to join my July live cohort where I'm teaching you how to make $1,000 in 31 days. And you'll also get that access, more information inside. I'll give you a link to the direct school account to pay there or a payment option link. So I say, whether you go to the site and get your free 24-hour trial, join the July challenge, or book a discovery call about Authority X Pro, then it's all about getting in where you fit in. Okay. So I wanted to make sure you knew that that was happening. And I also today had three different calls already, hour-long calls with different groups that I have every month. And there's so much that I learned and so much that I taught in these. And I wanted to just give you a little bit of information about what I learned and what I want you to learn. One thing is, what I noticed is that a lot of people are not keeping inventory or keeping track of their numbers. So I asked a couple of people in different calls, how many views did this post get? And then how many sales did you get based on the views? And they didn't know the answers. And this is like a really important launch for them, right? I want you to know your numbers because what you can do with those numbers is you can reverse engineer the math and just do more of what's working. So, for instance, let's say that you know that when you put up an Instagram video and it gets 500 views, you know that you sell two things like two digital products or two memberships or whatever because you do a little test. If you know that for every 250 views this particular type of video got, it's sold, then you could say, well, I want to have this number, X number of sales in a week or 2 weeks or a month or a year. Let me multiply that by the number of views it might take, because this is all might experiment. And then I'll see the total views. And let's just say that number equals 100,000 views when you do it at the end of the day, because you want 400 sales or something. I want a sale a day, then your goal then for that year is to get 100,000 views on that type of video. Not that same video, but that type of video. And then when you know that information, you can go after the goal. And then you would keep track of it on a daily basis. And then every week you look back at it and understand, okay, my theory and my thesis has been changed or confirmed. And then you react to that. That is how rich people get richer. That is how people make money, with information, with data. So even when people, like a lot of people who are just not doing well, they're so hung up on, oh man, this person ghosted me, or this person didn't buy, or whatever, or my videos aren't getting any views. Instead of thinking about the information they do have, including the negative, to say, okay, how do I act like a scientist? And I experiment to understand what this is. I get the data on the board, I look at the data, and then I do something about it, and I do more of what works. Volume, at the end of the day, is what makes you money. It doesn't need to be like just whatever comes out of your head, you just post, or you call 10 people 10 times each. It has to be intentional. And the way that you get intentional is by having information and data, and then that creates a strategy. So please, please, please hear me when I say that's so, so important. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about is um, being being consistent. So many people I talked to today did something that worked. It worked, and then they stopped doing it. And I do this all the time. So I know the human in us has us doing that. If that's you, let me know in the comments. Say, oh, you just called me out. But we do something, and for some reason we think, well, if it worked that way, it'll work over here too. Let me go do this thing. Instead of just doubling down and being consistent. Part of it is because we get easily bored or distracted. Or we think, oh, I'm going to strike gold. I'm going to strike oil. I'm going to strike oil. If I just keep going and setting this up in different places, if I set up my derrick, I'm from Texas, y'all. If I set up my derrick with 2 R's in different places, I'll get oil. Instead of saying, well, we already found oil here, valuable oil here. Let's dig deeper. Let's come here every week and dig here every week until it stops producing oil. But we just get to the surface level and a little bit deeper than surface because we're like, ah, that. I bet there's something over there too. This is what we need to figure out, everybody. I'm going to teach you what you need to know to make a bonus $1,000 in the month of July. No matter when you see this, come on over, see if it's still available. And the what I teach you about micro offers, about content, YouTube, Instagram, about other things that I have planned for you. What I teach you, you can use all year round. So we have more than 140 people who have joined in the past 4 days. 4 days. 140 people have joined. Come on over. Let me tell you something. I have made $1,000 thousands of times. Think about that for a minute. I have made $1,000 thousands of times in the last 5 years. I'm 45. Do the math. Okay? So I can certainly teach you how to make $1,000 once and a few more times. If you want to see that math happen right in front of your eyes, go to the description in the pinned comment. Let's get signed up. Even if you sign up on July 1st or 2nd or 3rd or 4th, you're still on time. Come on in and you'll see replays, you'll see classroom, you'll see that bonus Authority X Pro. Oh my gosh. Do it for that alone. It's just the biggest, craziest bonus I could have ever done. I'll see you there.